Hi everyone, I'm Bruce Swartz. Thanks a lot for the support. August 18th, 2018, August 19th, 2018. I've seen many lights for the past 2 days around the moon. I've seen some over the dark side of the moon, on facing Earth, of course. The dark side that we see right now over top is the half moon. So I'm at the bottom now. I'm on the outskirts of the moon, and which is a bad view, of course. The light's always horrible, but look at what we can see. And I've had so much bloody trouble slowing this damn UFO footage down. I couldn't slow it down at all. I was having a hard time seeing those lights. See, there they are. Really happy we're seeing them now. But I had more than that. I must have had, without exaggerating, 15 to 16 lights like this. And this, so long me, is a UFO that took off, or a meteor that went by. But so long me, it's more of a UFO than a meteor, but I am, of course, not confirming that. But when you look at it very logically, we'll see it again here a couple times. I'm going to show it for 2 minutes in different ways. I'm going to slow it down and get in really close to see its shape, because of course I believe this is a propulsion of a spacecraft that we saw taking off one shot. When we get in closer, as we zoom in closer and slow it down, you'll see that the light on the left is actually smaller than the light on the right. But you see how they're like instantaneously lighting up at the same time. I saw this on top directly of the moon, and I also saw it over top of the moon. I saw a different type of light which looked like more of a an orange bright light. But either way, I mean, these are almost impossible to see. And when you slow them down, I mean, before slowing them down, guys, when you bring them into your editor, they're destroyed. Most of the UFOs that go by, if you catch it in only one frame, say to yourself, if you bring it in your editor, maybe that frame's going to be lost or changed for sure. Chromatic aberration. I know a lot, by the way, guys, about chromatic aberration. I know there's several types of chromatic aberration, and what we're seeing, the colors on the surface of the moon, are individual structures that have each their own colors. Chromatic aberration, guys, if you really study it and look at the real definition of it, it's just fringes of light that appear along sides of the structuring or objects or mountains on the surface. And why? It's because the camera can't focus the convergence of all the colors that it's seeing on the surface. And many laugh at me, but I've told you all this before, that it had to do with the wavelengths. Chromatic aberration has to do with wavelengths. Chromatic aberration can be changed by upping the focal length, or by zooming in and taking out in that frame other colors that are around, destroying the center focus of the original photo. When you zoom in and up the focal length and zoom into that area, you will see that each individual structure is colored. Just getting that out there, because the chromatic aberration, every single person who's come here who has talked about chromatic aberration does not understand the meaning of chromatic aberration. It's just fringes of lights, guys. Chromatic aberration is, I mean, you guys are, you laugh at the flat earthers, some of you, and I mean, I'm sorry, I'm going to start calling you guys the chromies. Huh? The chromies. The only important people that really have to see these videos are the higher ones, I guess. They'll know that we know something. But in reality, the ones that come here that talk about chromatic aberration, that don't know the term chromatic aberration, that has to do related to colors. So thanks, trolls, for coming here, telling everyone in the world that what we're looking at is chromatic aberration, because you're sort of proving to the world that the surface has colors. But people can very well look for themselves to see if chromatic aberration can be adjusted by upping the focal length, by changing the view. There's so many things you can do to be able to see a surface, and fringing colors are not colorful structures. There's two things that we're talking about here. When you come here and you say we're looking at, I've showed this in X-ray, the surface, and those following me know that the same objects reappear. It's not fake. Mons Argaeus, we've seen it in X-ray. We've seen Copernicus in X-ray, and every time we go back, the same colors appear, and so do the same structures. Look at the waviness on the surface. You can see the waves barreling by rolling by as we zoom in very close. straight path or bridge, corridor. There's no denying it. Right there, it's black. That's why people are thinking it's a shadow. It's straight as a ruler. It doesn't have to be a horrible thing, having found a species on the surface of the moon when you think of it. You know, it really doesn't have to be a horrible thing. I can put up scary music. I can tell people that, you know, they're coming to invade us. And hey, maybe they are, but I'm not here to try to scare anyone. I'm here to show the beauty of the fact that we are not alone in this universe. And often this stuff is hiding. You know, we don't see it. We don't see it out there online. And what we do see are, maybe, I guess some of you are telling me fakery, but honestly, all these programs to make fake planets and fake UFOs that everyone's talking about, I'm still waiting for someone to show me a creation. Nobody does. It's just big mouths talking and, you know, the chromies, chromatic aberrationers. For whatever the reason that people come to discredit these truths from coming out, that I do not understand. But then again, it's only two types of people. It's either jealous people or people that really do believe in their hearts that maybe this is all bullshit. Okay, I get it. I absolutely get it. But you can't stop freedom of speech, and you should not stop freedom of ideas so that others can contribute to those ideas. What I'm finding on the moon is very real. A lot of new findings. I'll be out in the moon tonight, and many more hours I'll be uploading during the day. Comments tomorrow morning. Bruce Wart's 75A commercial. gmail.com is where you want to send your UFO videos, and please own the copyrights to them, and leave me a short description and a name if you'd like to have your name mentioned with your work. Thanks for the support, everyone.